Hello everyone, Larry Satchwell here. The bench is cluttered with projects right now. I've got several things going on. This is the last of my pallet wood, and I'm going to make another trio of Christmas trees today. First thing I did was to find the center of each board and made that triangle and glued that up. Set that aside because I want that to dry. This wood's been in the clamps overnight. This is the back side. This is the front side. I'm going to be using a jigsaw, and that cuts on the upstroke. So to keep the front side nice and clean, I want to make the pattern on the back side. I'm just kind of going to try to freehand a little trio here. Something that looks like a Christmas tree. I like that. I have these pieces of foam that I'm going to use to keep it off my bench. Safety gear. That's why I did it like that, so I could make this somewhat symmetrical. I like that. Now, I made some pencil lines just trying to figure out what I wanted to do on this side, and I'm using denatured alcohol and a little brass dollar store brush to do one of two things. It's going to clean this pallet wood up a little bit, but it's mainly removing the pencil marks. Because I'm going to whitewash this, and I don't want those pencil marks to come through, and they probably will. And on the back, I can scrape off all these fuzzies with the same tool. There's really no need to sand this. Now, I could leave it just like it is. It doesn't look bad. I'm going to give this a bit of a whitewash. I'm going to use a dry brush technique, which means I'm going to get a lot of paint on my brush and then get most of it off. You can always put more on, but it's really hard to take it off. This is a antique white satin finish. I want to paint this trunk brown, but I don't have any latex brown. So I'm going to spray some on this newspaper. Now, I could certainly leave it like this. I like this, but I'm going to give it a little bling. The dollar store sells these little lights. These lights are 13/64. So I'm going to drill 10 random holes here. To clean these out, I'm going to turn the drill in reverse. So on the back side, I need to make a little bit bigger hole because I want these to show, but I don't want them to fall out. And the light is 13/64, but it needs a little space. So then I can poke it in there and it just comes through. It looks like that. To tame these wires, I think I'm just going to use a couple of staples. I thought about hot glue, but I think if I can get the center of the staple without cutting the wire, I like that solution. The last thing to do is to put a little base on it. To put this base on, I'm just going to use a little dab of hot glue. And this just a little piece of 2x4 left over from the bottom of the pallet. Now I'm going to nail that on there, and I'm just going to use that for some support. Just going to use a couple 6-penny nails. And now, just a dab of hot glue on the switch.